But
So the whole thing is, right, the bottom line is, this is what I'm saying, man, I'm way beyond that. That stuff they're doing, they're caught up, and I'm way the fuck beyond all of that.
Yeah.
And anything to deal with any organizations or gang shit or something like that, now, I'm on a whole different trip. I know a bunch of motherfuckers, too, all over the country, that I can put shit together out in the streets, and they get them on board, and their crews on board. And the way it works is not everybody, even in their sets, right, are going to be done with that shit at first. But once it gets up and running, they start seeing that it's actually motherfuckers are doing good shit, functioning well, doing good for a lot of other people, making money at it, doing legitimate shit, making the world a better place, our neighborhoods a better place, everything. And actually, you're doing really good shit that's legitimate. Slowly, people are going to start coming around, getting on board, right?
Yeah.
And the ones that are smarter, they got a little walking sense, they're going to be getting on board anyhow. So that's the shit I'm going to be doing, right?
Yeah.
And there's a gang of my members of Thompson motherfuckers that are going to be down with it, and that's what we're going to do.
Absolutely.
I just got to get out of jail first.
Well, I was going to say previously that you said when you were politicked out of the brand, it's a blessing in disguise, because if you never left the brand, you probably would have caught another case by now.
Oh, I would have been, because they had me in the Santa Ana fucking racketeering case for murder, right?
Uh-huh.
But the thing is that it's just all part of those racketeering conspiracies. I would have been caught up like all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
You know, some real, some bullshit, some shit they just, they're putting together racketeering cases, conspiracies. So they just throw everything in there, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's no question about it. I would have been caught up in fucking other good shit. And, but yeah, that shit was over.
Yeah. It's like you said, one door closes, multiple open usually, you know?
Yeah, other doors open, that's right. Yeah. Better doors, bigger things, better shit, right?
Freedom, yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's not even just, it's freedom, but it's more than freedom. What you do with freedom. You know what I mean?
You sound really far away.
Some people, some people want to get free and they just want to do like the same old. They don't go at all. They don't do nothing.
That's like what you hear what happened to Mike.
I'm on a whole different fucking trip.
You hear what happened to Mike?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I heard he got convicted.
Yeah, for that. Man, these people, what was he thinking? Like someone wasn't going to tell on him?
Basically the same old shit.
Yeah, it doesn't.
He's thinking basically the same old shit to go out and do scams. Then I heard his rap partner pled guilty and got 8 years. That's what I heard.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not going to say.
If he pled guilty and got 8 years, and then Mike took it to trial and got convicted, he's going to get more than 8 years.
Yeah, he's going back for life.
That's what they're trying to do, set up for life?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what they're saying?
Let me see. Well,
because he's out. I heard he's out on bail.
No,
he's out and about until he gets to it's time for sentencing.
Ex-young brother convicted of unemployment fraud. This is December 11th. EDD fraud and perjury. So I'm not sure, but how old is he? 75 or something? 70?
He's older than me. He's in his 70s. But the thing is, I was told he was still out, like on bail, pending. He'd have to go back for sentencing, right?
He could be.
So.
He could be.
So the thing is I don't see him. I don't see him going back for sentencing. I don't see him being there for sentencing if he's still out and about.
Well, we'll see. But he's 70 plus. If he gets 10 years, man, and with what California's doing with the yards on designated, non-designated, and
But that's federal, right?
EDD, I think it was. No, he got caught in the state. It's a state thing. I thought he's 69 in 2021.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's a state, that's a federal case.
It says it's Lake County, California.
The fraud on the federal checks, stimulus checks and shit.
I don't think it was stimulus checks. What I believe he did was he went around to homeless people and he got their social security number and he filed for unemployment and kept the money. Over $100,000 up to $400,000. So he was convicted out of Lake County, California.
But that's unemployment is that federal or state?
Let's see. It's saying in closing arguments Tuesday, Lake County Deputy District Attorney Sterling Thayer told the court that Thompson's claim that he had been Hutchins' victim and not a co-conspirator defying credibility. So, Lake County Deputy District Attorney.
It was a deputy?
Yeah.
Deputy District Attorney?
Yeah.
Then that's state.
Yeah.
Otherwise it would have been Assistant U.S. Attorney.
I thought it was state because that's what it sounded like. It didn't say like any federal shit, you know?
Yeah, no, it's state. If they're saying it's a deputy district attorney, that's state.
Okay.
If it was an assistant U.S. attorney, it would be federal, because all federal stuff is U.S. attorneys, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that just makes more sense. It's not federal, but yeah, man, that shit. Yeah, he came out just.
Well, I don't know what he's going to get for it. How much time? What does it say he's facing?
January 14th to be sentenced by Markham. It doesn't really say. So we'll find out in 20 days.
He gets sentenced on January 14th?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're not saying what type of time he's looking at, but it's going to be more than 8 years.
Yeah, because that's his buddy, his co-defendant pled guilty, and that's what he got. So Mike took it to trial. So he'll,
Hey, I got a question for you. Did you hear that Rene boxer Enriquez got out?
I heard he got out.
Yeah, he got out. Did you ever come across him in California?
I don't know. I know that name, right?
Yeah.
Rene?
He's extremely intelligent. Well, he's got
Yeah,
extremely good vocabulary, and he kind of looks like a professor with his glasses, but he's still with the business, or was, you know?
Yeah, I know the name. I know that name. I know, I think it's a long time ago.
Yeah, in I want to say the 90s, he debriefed, and what he did was he gave up the whole game, how they did bank accounts, the carnival talk, everything, and you know whatever, man, do what you do. It's not affecting me or whatever, bro. I don't have a horse in the race, but a lot of people I know it affected, and they were really not happy.
Well, here's the thing. The bottom line is he's doing what he's doing. He did what he did. But if he comes across anybody that's really about that, they're going to get him. They're going to have to get him.
He went.
That's all there's to it.
He did an interview on Soft Fight Underbelly, a giant YouTube channel, and they had him blurred out. But you could tell by the voice and the way he speaks and his cadence and body language. It was.
What's the name of it?
Soft White Underbelly. They do a lot of interviews with people, just people in prison, military. They interview anybody, man, and they get a lot of their interviews from Skid Row down there in LA. They do prostitutes, escorts, fentanyl addicts, fucking meth addicts, anything from the dark side of.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Yeah.
I never even heard of that.
Yep. So, but
Well,
it's a
the
big one.
bottom line is he did what he did, and he's
Moving on.
anybody that's Andy, that's really with Andy, you know, really not it. You know, he's in the hat. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
There is no. Oh, okay. Well, that was 10 years ago, or this, that. That's old news. No, it don't work that way. Not with real sets. With real sets, once you're in the hat, you're in the hat forever.
Well, that's
There's
one.
no straightening it up.
I've had an issue with some. We're not going to talk about it, but I had an issue with someone about that. You know, they always pointing the finger.
Yeah, there's no cleaning it up.
Yeah, there's no
cleaning it up. It never goes away.
Yeah.
Ever.
No good is no
50
good.
years from now.
Yep.
Yeah, 50 years from now, you're done. They run into you, you're done.
Shit.
That's just how it is. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Anything other than that is like throwing cut in good dough. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's cut and dry. It's a line, and some people straddle it and dance on it and say, "Oh, I didn't do that, but I'm no good." Well, then you're in the same fucking boat as the people you're criticizing. End of story.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in the end, you're the same thing.
Yep.
But the bottom line is once you cross that line, there's no going back, and there's no cleaning it up. You are what you are. You're a grown man. You know what you did. You didn't stumble into it by accident. You did what you did. So, you know, you made that bed, so sleep in it. But the bottom line is, for real organizations, the ones that are really real organizations, there's no cleaning it up.
Nope.
You're in the hat forever. You're no good. You're in the hat forever, and that's just how it is. Not just AMI, it's brand, it's everything.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Yep.
Cartels, fucking everything, whatever.
Even if you're just a regular, wood, you can get removed, and you're never coming back. It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're an organization or what your status is or anything. It's what you do.
Yep.
It's literally what you do that determines whether you're good or not.
No, and I case basis. I don't give a fuck if you're a good person, because I'm not in fucking prison, you know. But I also don't like hypocrites, and I'm going to be like, well, hold on, and I'll just say exactly what you said. It is what it is. The line's in the sand. You're on the other side. It's done.
Yeah. So, but I don't really know personally. It's not my business. He's Mexican. He did what he did there and whatever. And, you know, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, you mess with one people, the whole breed.
And all these people out there in the streets running around, you know, that want to be this or want to be that or think they know this or that or whatever, and they're all trying to talk about this. I don't give a fuck about them either. I'm just being honest. I don't care.
I only worry about
I ain't got no time for it.
And friends. That's it. You know, and who I fuck with. That's it. I'm done. Yeah. I don't know. I just like shit when it's cut and dry, black and white, and you know the answer. There's no gray area. Why do people with something to hide always create some fucking gray area, you know? And always bring in 50 million different excuses, and this is why this instead of just going, yeah, you know what, man, you're right. You know?
What they do is they're telling you something that's wrong, but they're trying to throw it in the gray area and clean it up.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do. And they're trying to say, well, in the gray area, if you look at it this way, it's no good. But if you look at it this way, it looks just something else. No, it is what it is. You can't fucking camouflage with the gray area. But once it starts getting into all that anyhow, I'm not trying to hear it anyhow. To be honest with you, I'm not trying to hear all that dumb shit. It is what it is, and, you know, that's it. And you know, you saddle that pony up and you're riding it. Just keep riding it.
Yep.
Because you can't get off the motherfucker. And forget that. There ain't no getting off it. And if you did that, if you were in with an organization and you were deep enough in it so you know what kind of that really is, then just don't get caught slipping. That's the only thing I can tell you. If you're up in environments where the shit's real, you get caught slipping, That's how they're going to find you. It's real simple. And you should know that.
Yeah.
You know, if you were anybody involved in anything, then you know that. You know that's real. That's like these fucking Italians now that are all dropouts and telling all Sammy the Bulls and just all these other guys that were on TV and the mob stuff and all that. Now they're all living down in Arizona in like this little Italian dropout informant area. That's where they're at. And they got their flags under Italian flags on the side of their warehouses and all that. It's all over the fucking news.
They're not allowed to fly.
They do gangland shit on them. And the fact that they're still up and walking around, they aren't with new identities and new, plastic surgeries and everything else. They're just out on the surface walking around. It tells you what that's become.
Well, the mob's not what it used to be.
It tells you what that whole Italian thing has become.
Hey, but you don't think they should be allowed to...
All them guys that did it.
You don't think they should be allowed to fly their Italian flag? Because the mob doesn't own that. It's not a symbol.
No, I ain't talking about the flag. What I'm talking about is the flag is identifying where they're at.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be an Italian flag. It could be a big cheese flag. A big flag with some Limburger cheese on it and a rat eating it. Because that's what they are.
Well,
if they want to do that, that's okay. That's okay. But what I'm saying is that's a reflection on the Italian organizations. The fact that they're flying Limburger cheese flags with rats on it, eating it right there in the open, and they're still walking around the bottom, tells you what those organizations have become. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the mob isn't what it used to be, man, and they figured.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Out. It's played out, and they figured it out. They just went to white collar shit, Unless that.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that. It's not even white collar stuff. It's not even that. That's white collar, black collar, drugs, murder, anything. These are just types of different modes of criminal activity. They're all still criminal activity. Some are just smoother with less heat, but they're all criminal activity. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the organization. You can have a whole organization and all they do is white collar crime. But once you start telling, if a member starts telling, if it's a real organization, then white collar criminal motherfuckers are going to go whack him and shut him up because he's in violation. He's a traitor. He gets whacked for being a traitor, and then he gets whacked because you got to shut him up or he's going to hurt a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter what type of crime it is. That's irrelevant.
No, I was saying that.
And what I'm saying is the fact that nobody's getting whacked tells you what has become of those organizations. That's all I'm saying.
They're not what they used to be, man. It is what it is. The RICO Act destroyed the mob.
But it's not even that. Everybody knows if you get into that life, what kind of life that is and what possible consequences you're facing, including death penalties.
You have 1 minute left.
On either side of the fence. Either the government's going to try to whack you, convict you and whack you, or you're going to get whacked in the underworld. The death penalty is everywhere. This whole planet is the death penalty. This whole planet's the death penalty, whether you're in crime or not. Everybody's got a death sentence. We're all waiting to die. Some are going to go today, some are going to go 10 years from now, but we're all going to die.
You want to call me back?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.